All right, it's the new year. The holidays are behind us, and a lot of you started low carb, keto, or carnivore with that "this is my season" energy. And then you blinked, and suddenly you're standing in the kitchen like a raccoon caught in the pantry light, holding a sleeve of cookies you didn't even like that much. Now you're thinking, Doc, I already blew it. It's only early February. I'm a lost cause. Let me say this clearly. You are not a lost cause. You're a human being living in a food environment that is basically designed like a casino. Bright lights, endless options, and the house always wants you to lose. If you've messed up early, congratulations. You've just encountered the part of the journey that actually determines success. Because the difference between people who win and people who quit isn't that winners never struggle. It's that winners struggle and they keep going. And today, I'm going to give you practical mental frameworks, simple, repeatable tools to help you step out of a toxic relationship with food and get you back on track without shame or the might as well start Monday trap. Because let's be honest, I'll Start Monday has probably aged more people than Too Much Sun. First, let's name the real problem. Most people don't just have a food problem. They have a meaning problem. Food has become comfort, celebration, stress relief, boredom relief, reward, distraction, a break from life, and sometimes the only reliable friend in the room. And if that's you, I'm not judging you. I'm diagnosing the situation. When you've used food as emotional medicine for years, your brain learned a pattern. When I feel bad, eat. That's not moral failure. That's conditioning. And then the metabolic piece comes in. The more ultra-processed carbs and sugar you've eaten, the more your hormones and appetite signals get hijacked. Insulin, leptin signaling, dopamine reward loops. So you're not just fighting willpower, you're fighting biology. Which is why I don't want you to build your health plan on motivation. Motivation is like a gym membership in January. It looks strong at first, then disappears by February. Instead, we're going to build our frameworks. Here's the first one, and it might change everything. Framework number 1. Your next decision is not a verdict. It's a vote. Every time you eat, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. One vote doesn't decide the election. If you ate off plan today, that was one vote. It's not the whole story unless you keep voting that way. So the question is not, did I mess up? The question is, what am I voting for next? Framework number 2, the next meal reset. I want you to stop treating getting back on track like it requires a dramatic ceremony. You don't need a cleanse. You don't need to punish yourself. And you don't need to run 5 miles while crying to an Adele soundtrack. You need your next meal. That's it. The fastest way back on track is not guilt, it's execution. So the script becomes, that happened, next meal, protein forward, low carb, simple. In my clinic, I tell people, your next meal can be the most powerful meal of your life, not because it's perfect, but because it interrupts the spiral. Framework number 3, data, not drama. When you slip, your brain wants to create a story. I always mess up. I can't do this. I have no discipline. That story is emotional and completely unhelpful. Replace it with a scientist mindset. Curiosity beats criticism. Ask 3 questions. Number 1, what happened right before the slip? Number 2, what did I feel? Number 3, what do I need? This turns failure into feedback. Maybe you were tired. Maybe you were stressed. Maybe you skipped meals and got too hungry. Maybe you were at a party and didn't plan. Maybe you were arguing with someone and needed comfort. That's not shame material. That's strategy material. Because if you can spot the trigger, you can change the setup. Framework number 4, HALT. Check the 4 sneaky drivers. You know I love acronyms. Before you eat something you didn't plan, pause for 5 seconds and ask, am I hungry? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Am I tired? HALT is powerful because cravings often aren't cravings. They're signals. Hungry. You need protein and salt, not a morality lecture. Angry. You need a boundary or a conversation. Lonely. You need connection, not cookies. Tired. You need sleep, not one more snack. And yes, I know some of you are tired because you stayed up late watching keto videos like mine. I see you. Framework number 5, the 10-minute rule. Cravings peak and pass like a wave. If you can delay, you can decide. So when you feel the urge, I'm going to wait 10 minutes and then choose on purpose. During those 10 minutes, do one of these. Drink water. And if you're low carb, consider electrolytes. Eat a planned protein option if you're truly hungry. Walk around the house for 5 minutes. Brush your teeth. Mint is surprisingly persuasive. Text someone. I'm having a moment. Talk me down. Most people don't need more discipline. They need a speed bump between feeling and action. Framework number 6. Separate slip from slide. A slip is 1 moment. A slide is when you turn 1 moment into a week. The slide happens when you add shame. Shame says, I'm bad. Ownership says, I made a choice. Wisdom says, I can make a different one next. And here's the line I want you to memorize. I don't live there. I just visited. You visited the old pattern, and you're definitely not moving back in. So let me pause for a second. Hit like and subscribe, because we're building a community of people who don't just chase weight loss. We chase root cause, health, and a calm relationship with food. Now, let me give you a practical back on track protocol that's simple and realistic for the next 24 hours. Number 1, keep it boring on purpose. Boring is a superpower. Boring food breaks the dopamine roller coaster. Number 2, prioritize protein first. If you're keto or carnivore, base meals on meat, eggs, seafood, whatever fits you. Number 3, add salt and fluids appropriately. A lot of I need sugar is really I'm undersalted and underhydrated, especially on low carb. Number 4, go to bed on time. Sleep is appetite control. Poor sleep makes hunger hormones act like toddlers with no nap. Number 5, no punishment workouts. Movement is medicine, not penance. Take a walk, do something gentle, rebuild momentum. And here's a mindset upgrade. Don't aim for never messing up. Aim for rapid recovery. Winners aren't perfect. Winners recover fast. A practical goal is this. I can return to my plan within 1 meal. That's elite. And finally, I want to talk about the toxic relationship piece. If food is your stress relief, your reward, your comfort, your escape, then any diet will feel like someone took away your coping tool. So the real work isn't just changing food. It's building new comfort that doesn't come in a package. That's why I teach people to use my favorite acronym and to protect their nests. Nutrition, exercise, sleep, stress, and thoughts. Because cravings get louder when your stress is high, your sleep is low, your thoughts are harsh, and your life feels chaotic. Root cause health means you don't just ask, what should I eat? We ask, why am I reaching for food in the first place? And you can start small. 2 minutes of breathing before the kitchen. A short walk after dinner. A phone a friend habit when lonely. A bedtime routine that doesn't involve scrolling yourself into insomnia. And if you're thinking, Doc, I've tried everything, let me remind you, trying and quitting isn't the same as trying and learning. This time, you're not starting over. You're starting smarter. So if you slip this week, here's your prescription. No shame, no spiral. Next meal reset. Curious questions. Protect your sleep. And keep voting for the person you're becoming. Because your body isn't asking for perfection. It's asking for direction. All right, comment below. What's the biggest situation that knocks you off track? Stress, social events, late night cravings, travel. And if you're ready to continue your journey, check out the next video right here. Or subscribe to my channel here. Thank you for coming to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.